Welcome to the channel Addicted to Geography. Today, we'll be looking at some of the most bizarre borders in the world. Today, we'll explore fascinating boundaries that defy logic and geography. Buckle up, because this is going to be quite a ride. First up, we have the curious case of Baarle-Hertog and Baarle-Nassau. This is a place where the border between Belgium and the Netherlands is so intricately woven, it's like a patchwork quilt. Imagine living in a town where crossing the street could mean entering a different country. Or imagine ordering authentic Belgian waffles in the Netherlands without leaving your house. Some houses are literally split between Belgium and the Netherlands. The border runs through living rooms, kitchens, and even beds. The town has 2 mayors, 2 police forces, and 2 sets of laws. If a crime is committed on the border, authorities determine jurisdiction based on where the criminal's front door is located. Even during COVID-19, residents had to follow 2 different sets of lockdown rules depending on which side of their house they were on. It's truly one of the most complex borders in the world. Next, let's talk about the India-Bangladesh enclaves. This border situation was so convoluted that it involved dozens of tiny enclaves within enclaves. For years, people lived in small pockets of land that belonged to one country but were entirely surrounded by the other. People in the enclaves had to cross international borders just to go to school, buy groceries, or visit their farms. During the land swap, residents were given a choice: stay and change nationality or move to their preferred country. Over 50,000 people chose to switch nationalities. It was a logistical nightmare that took decades to resolve. Border number 3, the Halaib Triangle. The Halaib Triangle is a desert region rich in manganese, a valuable mineral used in steel production. This has made the border dispute even more intense. The area is technically run by Egypt, but Sudan claims it. Both countries have sent troops and officials to the region at different times. The name Halaib comes from the Arabic word for bitter, possibly referring to the bitter dispute over the land. Border number 4, Mount Everest. The peak of Mount Everest is exactly on the border between Nepal and China. Climbers can literally stand with 1 foot in each country. Nepal recognizes the height of Everest as 8,848 meters, while China claims it's 8,844 meters due to differing measurements of the snow cap. I bet you want to climb it. Hold up. Wait a minute. Climbers need permits from both countries, and the Chinese side is much stricter, requiring climbers to use a specific route and even banning solo climbers. Border number 5, Point Roberts, USA. Point Roberts is a result of the 1846 Oregon Treaty, which drew the US-Canada border along the 49th parallel. The tiny peninsula ended up on the US side, but is cut off from the rest of the country. Residents rely on Canada for almost everything. Groceries, healthcare, and even high school students cross the border daily to attend school in British Columbia. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Point Roberts became a ghost town because the Canadian border was closed, cutting off residents from essential services. Honorable mentions: the border between Spain and Morocco at Peñón de Vélez de la Gomera is just 85 meters long and is guarded by soldiers on both sides. It's one of the shortest international borders in the world. The border between Afghanistan and China is one of the few places where crossing the border means jumping forward 3.5 hours due to time zone differences. The US-Canada border runs through the middle of the hole-in-the-wall golf course in Quebec. Players tee off in Canada and putt in the US. Which border fact blew your mind the most? If you'd like more videos like this, drop a comment in the comment section and don't forget to like, subscribe and share with your friends. Peace.